My parents sent me here because I got in a disagreement with my co-star. Well, actually, they sent me to the kiddie ward, and then I moved to the Judy Wellness Center.
I am Michael Zimmermann with Collider. It's nice to meet you both.
Pleasure to meet you also.
This is a two-part question, one for each of you. Mike, what's it like to act across somebody who technically Joe isn't having any dialogue? And Joe, what is it like for you to make sure that you emote while you're not speaking?
I just want to say Joe is a phenomenal actor, and he's a guy who is always off book, always nailing it every take. And it's that funny thing with, he has a mask on and he's just nailing it. And there's no pressure for him to nail it. And he does every single time. And it's so helpful to me and other actors to act across him and just see this guy giving giving an A game and being on and putting you in the moment, and physically Joe can talk about a lot of this, but like every actor I talk to, we would be watching playback and just being like, look at Joe go, like he expresses so much emotion and everything just through even just hand movements. It's incredible. And I know that you have a lot of background on that, Joe, so I'll let you take it over. But it's always a pleasure.
Yeah, and I appreciate that, and the check's in the mail, brother. No, and to be honest too, like I do have to do the part. I have to do the entire part. I can't not. I put the other actors at a tremendous disadvantage. Them talking to a mute sack. I mean, it's ridiculous, and I don't want to put them in that position. I want them to be as comfortable as possible, put forth the best performance as possible. So, we do all the dialogue on set, and actually it makes it easier for Will in the booth, because now, he has kind of more of a physical framework that he can work off of. And, it's a real synchronized process like that. And, if I didn't say anything, I would feel terrible for these, for these actors, like standing across and getting no feedback. So, we agreed pretty early on, despite that, the expectation that I was going to act the full part, and, we're going to put everybody in the best position to put on the best performance.
Mike, I have a problem with you because you're a Patriots fan, but I will admit,
I do too. Don't worry about it. They're the worst, right? Thank you. Finally, just garbage fans.
Joe will put on the sweet tooth mask and scream at me about the Patriots a lot of times.
Well, as a Jets fan, I've been scarred so many times.
Sorry, dude. Oh man, I'd hug you right now if I could. That is terrible. Wow, a Jets fan? Good Lord.
Yeah, it's a lifelong misery. But
do you want to breathe for a little bit together and just like get it out? And it's a lot of frustration. You gotta.
I mean, honestly, I've just become so numb at this point where I don't know if I have any more feelings. I don't know how much more to take.
It's okay, brother.
Yeah. But anyway, Mike, you're hilarious as Stu. Are there certain comedic timings you need to hit when playing Stu?
Oh, for sure. There was a great actor who always said that if you keep your mouth shut, you look intelligent. So just never keep it. And then with Stu, I do the opposite. I just always have Stu's mouth is always a little agape. So you just always see Stu's mouth is just a little open. But yeah, I mean, Joe, like I said, Joe is so great to play across and to hype him up a little bit more. Like there's a lot of physicality and Joe's throwing you around, but also you feel safe in his hands all the time, and he's going to take good care of you. But,
what is your Cash App, dude? Good Lord, this is getting.
But yeah, playing off of Sweet Tooth, giving some of those pregnant pauses, and Sweet Tooth is never not saying something insane to me. So seeing Stu kind of think about this and then spit back some sort of response that he thinks appropriate and it's not going to get him killed. There's always some thought that goes into that, and like when you should respond, how long you should respond, and Stu is a nervous character, so I'm always trying to play him a little bit nervous. He's squirrely. He's trying to survive in this world. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff of playing off of Sweet Tooth's insanity that's always so fun, and that's my favorite stuff to do is scenes with Joe. I have a blast.
When it comes to those physical scenes, how much preparation goes into this? Do you guys rehearse at all? Is there step-by-step choreograph? Like what goes into all these different movements and these action sequences?
So we have an incredible stunt team, and they are very hands-on. You're in the day before, we're working out choreography, we're working out fight scenes, and they're amazing at communicating what needs to be done and how it needs to be done. And we do a general walkthrough. We kind of hit all the beats and make sure everybody's safe, and then we'll get on to filming it. So yeah, it's a very, very cool process. Like I said, I think this season you see some of the car stunts and a lot of the explosions that we did, it'll be a testament to our stunt team's work, because they were over and beyond this entire season with what they were able to do.
They're so crazy good. I hope they get recognized for all the work that they did. But the team did a great job when they hired Joe, because they get the whole package. Joe physically knows what he's doing, and me not as much, but we have a Joe and I have a fight scene, not against each other but together early on. And it took me a lot longer to figure out some of those moves than Joe was ready to go right away. But yeah, a testament to the stunt scene. If I'm looking good in those scenes, it's because of them. And Joe just naturally, he knows what he's doing. So
there you go. Well, Joe, I'm interested to know, because this is kind of your first main acting role that you're really able to sink your teeth into. When yourself and John Cena were cutting your teeth and in the same wrestling circuits early on, did you two ever have conversations about both getting into acting at some point? Because it's funny how now you're both kind of getting into that acting space.
I would say that, it was always something maybe kind of on our minds out in the periphery, but, early on at that time, and I know for John, he was, very, very focused on one goal, and that was pro wrestling, and myself also. I mean, you're getting started in something, you kind of put the blinders on, and that's what it becomes. But obviously, as our careers expanded and we've gone on, we've both been fortunate to have tremendous opportunities to work on some great properties and franchises. And, I think it's safe to say that we both, cherish those opportunities, and are glad that we had pro wrestling to lean on during this transition, because, there are translatable things. There are some things that are vastly different. And, it's just all that time kind of being in front of people, it makes it a much more comfortable experience.
Mike,
Joe is the ultimate showman, by the way. He just did the ultimate showman. And I want to say,
I'm done. All right. So Mike, you may not know this, but he is avid in his community. He saved tons of cats. He's got like 7 in his house right now that he's pulled off of the streets of greater Los Angeles. If he opens his house as a fire shelter sometimes whenever there's wildfires in the area. I don't know if you know that. Yeah. So, and in about a quarter of his paycheck went to the Red Cross. He doesn't want anybody to know that. Sorry. I didn't mean to tell everybody. So great dude over here. Let me tell you. Solid human being.
I'm gonna say one last, and not about Joe, but bring Cena in season 3 and have Sweet Tooth slaughter him. I think Cena needs to be slaughtered in season 3.
That would be fun. Oh, it's awesome. Well, thank you both so much for your time. This has been really great. It was so nice to meet you guys, and I'm so excited for people to see season 2, and I'm glad you guys got your talking points in there. So send each other whatever money you need, and yeah.
Well, I got a huge bill apparently.
Thank you both so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, take care.